For ages I've been hearing, nah man, you know what? If Biden wins, the right's not gonna freak out like the left did, okay? Nah man, we're better than that. You still got time to join the winning team. Winning team. Ah man, what's the verdict on that one? Should we ask our friend Jonathan Frakes?
It's false. It never happened. It's a fake. It's fiction.
Well, currently, although it is not confirmed as of yet, so far it looks that it may turn in Trump's favor. Now, I cannot guarantee once this video is published and uploaded and all that, if Trump will be declared the winner in the end, but as of this making of my video here, Trump looks like he has a good chance now to actually win the election.
You see, what's wonderful about this year's election cycle is we have 2016 to look back on and reference. So instead of people simply being, triggered and emotionally shattered by an election, you have people being, triggered and emotionally shattered by an election, but trying desperately to convince themselves, nah man, it's totally not the same thing. Ooh, the denial, the self-gaslighting. It's, how you say, magnifique.
Yes, there are the stupid people who will do stupid things, both online and offline, on both sides. However, the stupid people on the right didn't riot while the people on the left did. Now, the other thing that is a difference between these two groups is the fact that the right actually has more of a reason to go out and protest and stuff. Because there are quite a few irregularities. Now, whether those irregularities will lead to a difference in the election, I cannot say for absolute certainty. However, these things should be investigated and they should be, well, protested. But for the left side, when they were rioting, that was not really justified, not only for the fact that rioting is, wrong, but also the fact that, well, there was nothing to say that Russia really greatly affected the election. There was literally nothing there. While today there are quite a few different irregularities going on in the different states in the US.
In 2016, Schuonhead and I were called Nazis by left-wing people for talking to right-wing people. In 2020, Schuonhead and I are called communists by right-wing people for talking to left-wing people.
Yes, it's probably ridiculous to call you a communist because really I have not seen any evidence of you holding communist views. However, Schuonhead, well, there's quite a bit of evidence to say that she is a communist, and there's also the fact that she's, well, admitted to it.
From a political perspective, I'm very disappointed. As I've said multiple times, I lean left. It brings me no joy to see what is essentially a standard-ass Republican in the White House.
A standard-ass Republican. Are you sure about that? Outside the fact that he supports wars in the Middle East and that he is at least somewhat hard on crime, he really isn't anywhere close to being a Republican, let alone a standard Republican. The guy has argued for increasing taxes, and I'm pretty sure he would be for increasing the amount of regulation. Not to mention him wanting to phase out of fossil fuels, so that's another thing. There's also the fact that he wants to restrict gun rights even more. You also got him wanting to restrict the freedom of speech. So yeah, he's not a standard Republican by any sense of the word. And you calling him a standard Republican just shows how ignorant you are of politics. Either that, or you are actually a communist and you just think of him as standard Republican because he's so far different from your political views. But I'll go with the former possibility. Now, to give credit where credit is due, Chris Reagan, you did point out the really ridiculousness on the MAGA side of things. There are some really, really dumb, cringy things going on. And you were also able to point out the very bad election predictions on the people in favor of Trump. That was really ridiculous of those people to say that it was going to be a landslide in favor of Trump. That was just utter retardation. But outside of that, you failed on this. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe, share it, comment down below, and tell me what you thought. Follow me on all my social media, and don't forget to follow me on Medium specifically, and give all my articles 50 claps. Now, as I said, you can give up to 50 claps, so not just one clap, you can give up to 50. And of course, if you really like my content, please consider donating to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi. Do all this, and I'll see y'all later.
We bop and pretty hot. I'm as happy as I can be. Whoa.